Hi guys, I'm Shinin. Let's begin the video. I know you guys has been asking me to release a guide for my build for quite some time now, and I'm really glad that you guys think that my build is actually good. So I really appreciate the support, guys. So without further ado, here it is. So for starters, we're going to talk about my stats, because it has been the number one question of the viewers in my streams and of course in YouTube. So as for stats, we're going with the full dex one. I did this comparing the 30 dex versus 30 strength. In my opinion, it's so much better to go for 30 dex, guys, instead of the strength. Because while I was doing my testing back then, at 30 dex I only missed once or twice before the monster died, compared to the 30 strength where I missed half of my attacks before it died. So moving on with the class that I'm using, after testing most of them, the ones that I found intriguing, I finally chose and settled with the Dark Lancer as my main offensive class. Using the Dark Lancer, it gives you a ton of damage because of its skill that increases your defense penetration per hit. So let me just open up the window so I can show it to you guys. There you go. So this the passive skill of the Dark Lancer increase your defense penetration, hence increase my damage to monsters by 200 to 300 per hit. And when you have full stack, it gives around 500 damage per hit. Plus, as you can see, using the Dark Lancer, it is using a defense ability which gives you extra survivability. So on the Dark Lancer, I'm actually using the following ability. For Trick, we're using Time Haze for extra cooldown, and Life Tap for the extra attack power. But sometimes I'm actually using the Install Bomb ability on my Trick active slot, so I can stun monster even more. As for the combat, my go-to one is the Wild Dance. Wild Dance is very powerful since it gives you attack speed and all damage. And then for the passive, I'm using the combat or the polished weapon for an extra 20 attack. So this is the one that I'm referring to when I said that it will give you more survivability, the defense abilities. So my choice or my go-to ability in defense is actually the Create Barrier. This ability gives you a barrier that absorbs damage equals to 1,800 plus 1% of your HP at the expert level. But for starters, it will give you like 1,000. So and then for the for the passive ability for defense, I'm using the parry because it gives me plus 2% of damage. Next is my class of choice for defense or tank, or if I want more survivability overall, is the Paladin class. So let me just show it to you. So as a Paladin, or for this class, it gives you a lot of survivability. I mean a lot, guys. With its passive ability, you'll get increased defense for every 2% HP lost. This class saved me numerous times, especially when climbing the Spire of Trial and tanking in dungeons, tanking the bosses, sometimes unique monsters. For the abilities that I'm using for the Paladin, you can see on the screen, are the following. So right now we're using the Quick Heal ability for Vitality, which it heals you for 600 HP every 32 seconds. So how great is that? So for our passive, we're using the Greater Recovery Potion, which decrease the damage the monsters dealt with to us. So that's good. So for the defensive slot, or the defense abilities, of course, our go-to ability is, again, Create Barrier. It gives you a ton of survivability all through and through. And then for active, still, the parry, so we can get a little bit of more damage even though that we need to tank. And moving forward with the enhance abilities. For this one, I'm actually using the Cutting Strike. Since as I mentioned earlier, even though that we're tanking, we still need to dish out some damage so we can keep the aggro and protect our teammates. So this one I'm using the cutting stripe, which gives you critical hit and critical hit damage. And for the passive for the enhanced ability, I'm using Fire Spirit solely because it gives you plus 6% critical damage. So pretty much that's it for the classes that I actually use. I just switch them up. If I need more damage, I use the Dark Lancer. If I need to be a bit more tanky, I use the Paladin. Now for the masteries, specifically for the armor masteries. With this, I went with a full plate of armor because a full set of plate armor gives you like 1k or 1000 HP and 100 accuracy. I don't actually like to mix and match my armors for now because so far we need all the HP and accuracy that we're going to get. So maybe soon we'll try to mix and match it, but I doubt it. But for now, I'm using a full set of full plate armor, so I can get the maximum bonus for each of the levels as you level up. So that's 100 HP and 1000 more accuracy. Now, moving on or moving forward now to I think this is the most asked questions that I have during my streams is my weapon traits. So for the traits, guys, it's just simple. Since we're doing no PvP at all, we are doing pretty much all PvE grinding, level up. I select the ones or the traits that gives me extra survivability. So like for this one on the consecutive strike, we're actually using the middle tree so we can get more MP recovery in battle, and it actually reduce the cooldown of the skill and reduce the MP consumption of it and increase the damage as well. Like for the second skill that we have, still in the middle three because it gives us HP recovery in battle, and it allows this skill to actually leech some life when you hit them or when you use it. And though even though that we really like to tank, we're still using the offensive tree or the red tree for our buff to give us some additional attack, defense, penetration, and attack speed. So far we're not using or we're not tanking full time. That's why I think it's okay. So this skill I'm not really using because if you check it here, it costs a lot of mana with just not that good of damage. That's why I'm actually not using this skill. So, but guys, it's up to you again. But for now, we're not using it. So for our fifth skill, still, we need survivability. That's why we select the middle three, which give us extra MP recovery in battle. And of course, the final one is it gives us HP and MP recovery every time we use this skill, which is the Falling Sword Overcharge. Now, this is a level 55 skill. As you can see, I'm using it because it pulls monster towards us, so it saves us time in walking around. But I don't have enough trait points for now, so this is the only thing that we have. And I think that's it for my build. Hopefully you learn or you see my logic and how I selected the skill, how I selected the stats, and how I selected the classes and abilities of it. And as a bonus tip, as a bonus tip, don't you did you know that you can actually select a cute pet here, and that is the Homon. I know you know, guys. So this cute pet actually gives you bonus mastery XP +1. And so it's a bonus mastery. You'll be 1% faster than everyone else if you're using like the Peace 2 or the green Homon. So that's what I will recommend is for you guys to use the green Homon or the green pet so you can get like bonus mastery experience to level up faster. And another one, did you know that if you incubate, instead of selecting the cells here at the side and then putting it all here together, you can actually click here on genealogy, if I pronounce that correctly, and you can actually select the type of homing that you want to incubate. So as for me, here's an example. You want the green one. Um, Click on auto place on the little priest. Click on the max probability and click on auto place. It won't consume that many cells for you to get the actual little priest that you wanted. Oh, and one more thing. The forest fairy and the little priest, they are the ones that I think gives the most peace Haman when you're trying to incubate. So I think that's the bonus tip that I have for you today. Thank you very much for the support, everyone. And I hope you keep on supporting me. And if you have any more inquiries, please don't hesitate to ask me on stream or on the comments on YouTube.